It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Hold on. My watch is telling me I've had a sudden fall. So I better
It's all that yelling you were doing.
I better fix that before the 911 people show up. Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rectorwall. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Gallies.
Now that's funny. I've fallen and I can't get up.
I've fallen and I don't know where.
It's all the screaming you were doing right beforehand.
Oh?
Yeah.
I think it was when I smacked the desk and woke her up.
Oh, yeah.
There. That's probably what it was.
Your phone thought you fell over.
My phone thought I'd passed out.
Was going to dial 911.
That's
Respond now.
You've got so many seconds where it does automatically dial 911.
That's hilarious. I don't know that I'd want to watch that did that for me.
You've never taken a fall.
That's true. That's true.
Remember several years ago when I took that fall in the bathroom?
Yep.
Passed plumb out, smacked my head on that vanity.
Now, somebody will call your watch.
Now my watch will say, "Hey, are you okay?" Because that morning,
and if you don't respond,
they're coming.
Yes.
Because that morning I just laid there in a pool of blood. It was nasty.
Ugh.
Tell you what.
So how are you today?
Peachy.
Peachy.
What day? Wednesday. Yeah.
Today's Wednesday, and you're all caught up in mowing.
What world do you live in?
Well, you said you were about caught up, so I'm assuming all this beautiful weather, you got caught up and you're good.
That was Monday.
You're like, yeah, I'm going to restart my list. I've got a few to go back on. And, yeah, you were like, man, I'm on top of it.
I mowed 3.5 acres at one house yesterday that I had just mowed last Wednesday.
I could see that. Well, you had all the rain, and then all of a sudden the sun, and it just...
Yeah, it was shin deep. It wasn't just a little bit out of place. It was shin deep.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Right now with the way the weather and stuff's been.
Yeah, crazy. However,
plenty of moisture, and then when the sun and the heat came,
it just decided to grow, which is okay. It'll be all right.
Now you got to play catch up again.
Yeah, and I'm going to miss 2 days, so that's going to make it strange. Can't win for losing, as they say.
Can't win for losing.
How about Scooter?
I'm doing all right.
How's the gnome?
Gnome is good. We're actually getting to the gnome, I believe, tonight.
Oh.
And we're going to have her overnight. So I'm excited.
Fun times.
You bet.
She talking yet?
She little bits, not full sentences, just little words she's caught on. She's
saying full sentences.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she'll grab a book and just start reading the book, and I don't understand what she's reading, but she does.
You don't have to.
No. She does.
That's not your job. Your job is to listen.
Every now and then I will catch something and she'll be mumbling, blah, blah, blah. B. I got it, B.
Yep. It's not your job to understand. It's your job to just be there.
Be there and let her read to me. She loves books.
And when she hands you that little fake telephone, what do you say?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. By God, hello.
Yeah. Hello. Just the way it works.
But yeah, I think Caitlin Jackson doing something, so they're meeting the in-laws in Harrison, and they're going to bring her on over, so we'll have her either tomorrow night. Yeah, tonight, I believe we got her. So that's good.
Be fun times.
Good time, have ball.
You better make sure you go by Dollar General and get some White Castles.
White Castles. She does like those.
And some cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes.
How is she on black olives?
I don't know. Be honest with you. I don't know.
You get some and put them on her fingers and just
see how she does with
them.
See
how she reacts. Get you some the big giant blacks, and then get you some big giant greens. See which one she likes better.
Put them on her fingers.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Pull the pimentos out of the greens and put them on her fingers. See how she likes that.
There you go. That'd be funny.
It's a science project.
Science project. We will keep you posted.
More to follow. It's time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. Hospice of the Ozarks been taking care of Baxter and Marion County since 1979. They'd be glad to take care of you as well, you and your loved ones. If you don't know what hospice care is, just pick up your phone, give them a call. They'd be glad to explain to you what they can do for you. Now the morning prayer, sir.
Lord, we just thank you for this day that you made. We thank you for this community. We thank you for the soldiers that go out and fight for this country. Lord, we thank you, and we ask you to always just rejoice in this day. Lord, you delight in a cheerful giver, and help us delight in you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
The morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. We'll be back after a quick word from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty.
Hi, I'm Bob Zadora of the Z-Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z-Team would like to be your one. Give us a call, 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Oh, it's time. Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora. The Z-Team at Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 870-405-0793 is their number. retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on live views. What do we see today, Scooter? We're still seeing some low-lying clouds. That's no longer fog.
Yeah, but it's not like it has been. I mean, you can see down to the water a little bit on the left side. I kind of like that shot. It's pretty neat.
Okay, so again, let's do this like we do on occasion. Come back to this and see how much it changes by the end of the weather report.
Okay.
Going to go ahead and run through some temperatures as Scooter lets it go through the Z-clips because we can go ahead and talk to that one, eh?
Yeah, we can talk about this one.
Okay.
This is the still version of it.
It's the beautiful White River that separates Marion County, Arkansas from Baxter County, Arkansas. It's the city of Cotter, about mid-screen. Their baseball field, their city park, the Big Spring Park with the rope swing, Rainbow Bridge to your far left, Trellis Bridge behind that. Around the bend is the city of Bull Shoals. Way off in the distance, straight ahead is the state of Missouri, and over to the far right is the city of Mountain Home. In front of that would be the city of Gassville. This is what we call God's country. If you'd like to see what's available for sale in this area, go to retiredtoarkansas.net, click on MLS listings, find something that grabs your interest. Give Miss Linda a call at 870-405-0793. It's already changing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and run through those temperatures. Currently in Mountain Home and Harrison, both at 62. Batesville, Yellville, Marshall all at 61. Salem is at 56. Mountain View at 59. Calcarock at 60. West Plains, Missouri, 56. Springfield, Missouri, 62. Poplar Bluff, Missouri, along with St. Louis, both at 59. It's moving right along. Currently on the national scene radar, there's nothing in Arkansas, Missouri. Got some rain over in Oklahoma City, going up into Kansas, up in Nebraska. Illinois is clear, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama. The lower portion of Louisiana down around New Orleans is going to be getting some rain this afternoon. Houston, Texas is going to be a little bit wet. And there's some rain going up into New Mexico. Go ahead and zoom into Arkansas. And as you can see, for the most part, the state of Arkansas is clear today, which is a nice change. It's going to be low humidity, I bet you, today. Bentonville to Blytheville, Fayetteville over to Jonesboro, Fort Smith to Memphis, Hot Springs, Little Rock, Texarkana, all clear today. Watches and warnings, have no idea what they are. Not going to say a word about them.
It's flash flood down there at the bottom.
However,
in Texas.
Yeah, works for me. There is also coastal flood advisory down in Louisiana, just so you know. It's right there, Scooter. Right there. 7-day forecast. High today is going to be 79, mostly sunny. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 60. High 81 tomorrow, mostly sunny. Low of 63. High of 82 on Friday, low of 65. 83 on Saturday, low of 68. 83 on Sunday, with a low Sunday night of 69. Showers and thunderstorms on Monday. 80% chance of rain, and then a low of 69. Going to be partly sunny. on Tuesday with a high of 84. Pollen and allergy, tree pollen none today, none tomorrow, none on Friday. Grass is very high today, very high tomorrow, and very high on Friday, and no ragweed to speak of. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk 555.66, which is 3.66 above full pool of 552, and according to this, no generation at this time. Bull Shoals 659.65, which is 0.65 above full pool of 659, and they're running 1 at minimum flow at Bull Shoals. That's the lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora. The Z Team is Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. That cloud is moving right on out.
Yes, it is. Pretty quick.
And as you can see, there is the Rainbow Bridge, the trellis bridge for the railroad tracks. You can see the ball field and the city park there at Cotter. Go to retiredtoarkansas.net, click on live views. You can catch that, watch those throughout the day. You can go there, click on MLS listings, find something that grabs your interest. Call Miss Linda, 870-405-0793. It's been, yes, we'll be right back with community news and happenings.
You build more than projects. You build what communities rely on. When the job site runs on results, put Kubota to work. Backed by expert service and support from your local Kubota dealer. Right now, bring home select Kubota KX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $4,800.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome. Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434, Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. If you're looking for any kind of hay equipment, because it is hay season.
It is hay season.
Not
They
hay
are
fever.
bailing it.
Not hay fever.
No, they're bailing it. They're cutting and bailing.
Yeah, you've been watching it?
I saw some
Have you?
the other day, yep.
Yeah, there's been a lot cut.
Yeah.
If they go ahead and get it cut now, first part of June, they may get 3 cuttings this year if the weather hangs out.
Good chance to. It just depends on what rain we get later.
Need some cutters, rakes, tedders, balers, round bales, square bales. They've got them. The big ones, the small ones, you name it, they've got it. Ozarks Farm and Lawn. If you got something broke, bring it by there. Let them get it fixed for you. They've been the same type of business in that building since the building was built back in the mid-'70s. They'll be glad to help you with anything you've got. Construction equipment, RTVs, zero-turn lawnmowers, lawn tractors, they've got them. Kubotas, New Holland, Skag mowers, mini excavators, skid steers, mini skids, brake bed trailers, they've got them. Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434. Let's see what we got Saturday at 5:30 at the Shed. Will be the Hospice of the Ozarks Night of Hope Gala. It's Romance and Charm in Paris. Paris, as they say. Is that what you say, Scooter? Paris?
Paris.
Yeah, Paris. Paris, Texas. More information, call 870-508-1771 or go to hospiceoftheozarks.org. You can purchase your tickets online. Should be a good time. The North Central Board of Realtors Special Olympics of Arkansas Fishing Derby will be held at McCabe Park on June the 6th, which is Saturday. Registration's at 8:30. Fishing starts at 9. All poles and baits will be provided. Hot dogs, chips, drinks, cookies for all participants. This is open to participants of all ages with special needs. The ponds are fully stocked and ready to be fished. For more information, call 870-405-8511 or 870-656-3865. Ryan Mallett Football Camp will be in Mountain Home on June the 9th, which is Tuesday. Check-in is 8:15 a.m. Camp starts at 9, runs to 11:30. You need cleats, bring some water, athletic wear. If you require more information, get a hold of Coach Airy at sairy@mhbombers.com with any questions. This is a free football camp. You can go get a hold of Coach Airy and find out more information about that. Twin Lakes Playhouse, Hallelujah Girls from the 12th through the 28th of June. It's $15 per person at tlp.org. For more information on that, or give them a call, 870-424-0444. The call is Fishing for Fathers, men interested in fostering and supporting foster care. Fishing, Food, and Fellowship, June the 20th from 10 to 12. That's 10 a.m. to 12 noon at the Fredberry Crooked Creek Nature Center. And that's just the other side of Yellville?
Yeah.
For more information, you can get a hold of the folks at the call. And should be fun. And we've got the 4th of July celebration over at the Town Square of Yellville on July the 4th, beginning at 6 p.m. There'll be more details coming on that. And then we've got the 25th anniversary of the memorial there off of the square here in Mountain Home. That'll be Monday, September 7th at 4 o'clock at the Veterans Plaza. I'm still trying to get some guests to come in here and talk about that as well. So, community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434. We'll be right back.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Hospice of the Ozarks, our purpose is you, not just your illness. We offer a compassionate plan of care that respects your dignity and honors your wishes with countless services and groundbreaking programs. We are committed to improving the quality of life for both you and your family. We provide care and support in the comfort of wherever you call home, but we also have the area's only hospice house when needed. As the only local not-for-profit hospice, we will never turn away a patient regardless of their ability to pay. Learn more at hospiceoftheozarks.org.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z-Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z-Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
When you're out of town.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's the first Wednesday of the month, and that means Mayor Hillrey Adams is here from the city of Mountain Home. How are you, sir?
Very, very good. Still got, just wake up this morning, them allergies, but that just comes and goes this time of year. You're talking about hay a while ago,
Made your nose cringe, did it?
It just made me sneeze a while ago right there. Just thinking
talking about it, right?
Season right there.
Yeah.
It's that time of year right there. It is beautiful. We got some beautiful weather forecast this week, it looks like. So
yeah, they're calling for some big rains on Monday, but you know what? Chances are it won't happen.
Well,
wait a minute. Is it time for the Mickey Husky tournament?
Hey, that's the 18th and 19th, I believe. 17, 18, 19, Father's Day weekend. So you can just about bet it's going to rain 2 weekends out of the year. Memorial Day, it's going to rain one day. And the weekend of the Locker Room Classic, it's going to rain at least one day, maybe two. So, they just need to move Memorial Day, and they need to move the Classic around every now and then. But, yeah, that's right around the corner and getting very close to happening here. I know they've already started playing and got a lot of games going right now. But the Classic will be here soon, and got a good field this year. Got a team from Minnesota coming in, I believe, Lester.
Eden Prairie, Minnesota is coming in here.
So, I think if I've heard right, Bob, this is the 40th year of that tournament right there. So, be here before you know it.
Just right around the corner. I had some guests on Monday's show, 14 and under softball team, the American Thunder 14 and under. Their coach is the tournament director for softball for this district, and they have that overnight tournament scheduled in July. And I have been asked to ask you if you would show up there that night for just a little bit and take a look to see how well used these new parks and complexes are being used.
Well, I can tell you these new parks are really well used. We had a tournament out there at Clistwell, I believe it was 2, maybe 3, the weekend of the 16th of May, I believe that was. And this one is one that you wouldn't think about even the tournament being in Mountain Home, Bob. But if you remember last spring, we had that real heavy rain, and West Plains had some major flooding up there. It covered the Ford store again. Yeah, the weekend of May 16th, we had one here, a baseball tournament. There's a big Coca-Cola tournament or something, they call it, up in West Plains. So it's a big fundraiser for something. And last year they reached out to us because of all the storm damage they had up there and wanted to know if they could come down here and use our fields. So we helped them out. They filled up both Keller and Clistwell parks with baseball teams for a one-day tournament. The concession stands had to close down on our end about 4 o'clock because they were not expecting anything like they saw that day. And this year they beefed up a little bit. That tournament came back down here, Bob, and did it again this year because how much they liked our fields, the turf, and it wouldn't go hard if it rained a little bit that day. They could still get their baseball tournament in. So we appreciate all those people from West Plains and that area that were here on May 16th for a day and spent their Saturday at Mountain Home playing baseball at those fields out there. So they're getting a lot of use out there. And these overnight softball tournaments are gaining in popularity. I don't know if the reason they do that is because maybe it's a little cooler at night.
The coaches aren't that excited about it, but the girls love it.
They playing all night. And, anytime we have those type of events out there, baseball, softball, and things like that, those are just a great way to utilize the park, get people to town, and whether they spend the night or not, there's a good chance they're going to eat while they're here. And they're going to get exposed to Mountain Home. So we're very excited to see those things used as often as they are out there.
And they told me they have 24 teams scheduled to come right now, and they've got 3 teams on a waiting list in case somebody cancels out on them.
Right there.
And it'll start at 6 o'clock on that Saturday evening and finish probably around 10 Sunday morning. And I know last year they had a 2-hour rain delay, and it didn't affect them folks much. The only reason they actually delayed it is because there was some heavy lightning in the area.
Yeah. And when you have that lightning, you got
because the rain would not have affected those fields the way they're designed and built, but the lightning, they had to shut down with the lightning.
Always does. And if they want me to come out and see it, it's probably going to be before it gets dark or after it's daylight, because usually I sleep from about, I'm one of them like them. You remember those lights that we had out in the country when we were young kids that were called dusk to dawn?
Yeah.
And that's the way I operate right there, I'll see it before it gets dark, and I'll see it after daylight.
I did tell her that I would volunteer to come pick you up and bring you out.
Yeah, you go after dark. I don't do much driving right there, but we're tickled to see those things come to town.
We always spend a little bit of time talking about those things, Mary, because people need to understand that yes, we put a lot of money in those parks, and we always have. We've done parks here since the mid '80s and built them and expanded on them and improved them. But the last go-round was a major increase and a major facelift for all the parks in the system. And the importance of that is for this reason, for those tournaments to come here and the people to use those parks, that generates tax dollars that keep our things going.
No doubt about it. And, hopefully while they're here, if it's an overnight situation, they spend the night, great. But for sure, while they're here, there's a good chance they're going to stop and eat somewhere. Maybe stop and eat before they go to the ballpark. During the day at the ballpark, they'll slip out between games and go eat. They'll maybe eat before they leave town that night. There's a good chance they're going to go maybe somewhere and go shopping while they're in town. Even if it's a Walmart run while they're here in town. But every time you have those events out there, that's creating some sales tax revenue for us. And we would love to see those things used every single weekend. I don't know what they look like this year, but I know last year, I want to say it was 8 or 10 weekends in a row we had something going on at one of those two complexes. We've been focused a lot the last 3 or 4 months on another little project that we just opened up, and haven't had much time to catch up with the park staff about what's going on at baseball.
We'll talk about that
softball.
after the break. I want to spend a little bit of time on the new community center.
But we have really been focusing, and to be honest with you, I know we've been having some things out at the baseball and softball fields. I do not know exactly for sure what all we've got scheduled throughout the summer, but when I first got into this seat and started this job, I remember talking to people a lot about what I call lights at night. And when you got lights on the parks at night, the baseball fields, the softball fields, the lights are on at Hickory Park at night, or the soccer complex, good things are happening.
You know something's going on.
And it's a good thing. It's a good thing for those kids, to be involved in those type of activities. Very, very few, if ever, many kids are going to come out of those programs and go on to the big leagues in any sport. I mean, that's not what it's about. It's about getting them outdoors, about them making friends forever. In a lot of cases, I still think back to when my son was playing, I'm sure you do too, like T-ball and stuff like that. I can tell some really, really good stories about T-ball days. And those kids, and see those kids now grown up, and they're either maybe in business here in town, or they're a doctor here in town, or whatever they might be. And I remember that night on the T-ball field, you did this, or any of those youth sports. Those are experiences that hopefully those kids will remember forever. And it gets them out of the house and off the television or off their iPhone or their gamer or whatever they're doing. And it gets them exposed to something outdoors. So we really want to see a lot of activity out there.
Well, let's shift gears a little bit, no pun intended. Did you have the opportunity to go check out the Veterans Appreciation Car Show?
Very, very little of it. I was in touch with Brad out at Ultimate a whole lot, Friday in the planning of it. We had a lot of conversation up front about making sure we did some things on the city's end, both at Hickory Park and then out there at Ultimate for that. I did not make it out to the car show that
Over
day.
400 cars.
Well, that has really, really grown. They do a great, great job with it. And, it's for the right reasons they're doing that. And I know this year we set up Hickory Park for them, and there was actually music in the park that Friday night. We closed Hickory Street off so they could line the cars up and down through there, and had some food vendors, I think, in Hickory Park, and just created an atmosphere for them down there. If they want to sit around and listen to music, they could. If they just want to sit around and talk about the old Fords, they could do that as well.
Right. A lot of credit goes to Brad Gakey and Bobby Pavey Jr. That
they do a great
job. Those two guys have spent a lot of time putting that together, and it's in appreciation. And any funds that are raised for that goes to the veterans organizations here in town. And it's just a good car show. They're already got things in the works for next year to make it bigger and better. And it's a lot of things that happen for the city, and that's just one more that makes this place great.
Friday night or late Friday afternoon, Bob, I made a pass around through the square because there's a certain store on the corner of Six and Baker. I have to go haul cardboard off a few days a week. And I eased over to there, and I saw probably half a dozen of those cars scattered around the square on different sides, and they were probably somewhere eating.
Mm-hmm.
They might have just been out shopping. They might have been in that store I have to go get that cardboard out of, but they were somewhere in that vicinity right there, and that was at probably 3:30, 4 o'clock Friday afternoon. And those people are already starting to migrate into Mountain Home and get ready for that big event on Saturday out there. So they do a great job. Brad and Bobby really need a big hand for what they do with that.
That renovation and the uplift that the square has had, the revitalization of the Baxter County Square area has been tremendous. And it's really, really brought folks back to the downtown area.
Yeah, and in 2019, when we passed the deal about the entertainment district, the very first city in the state of law to do that, or very first city in the state of Arkansas to do that. That took effect in July of 19. And I remember when it was over with and the vote was cast that night to approve it, Jack Clayton walked up to me and he said, "Mayor, you and I, we're too old. We'll never see the benefit of this, what we did tonight. But it's going to change downtown Mountain Home." Well, Jack and I both lived a little bit too long, thank gosh. And, now there's very, very little real estate available down there. And if you go down there any day of the week, especially Thursday, Friday, Saturday, from 3:30, 4 o'clock on, that square is super, super busy. And, there's cars there. If you go down there and you just circle the square. And I challenge you to look late Thursday, Friday afternoons in particular at where the cars are from.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, they're not all people from Mountain Home that are down there, and they're here from all over the country. And, right now we're in prime vacation season between Memorial Day and Labor Day. And you can spot Lakers and you can spot fishermen. They stick out, It's pretty obvious who they are. And they're here from all over the country, and they're here to spend a week on the lake vacationing, or down on the river fishing. And while they're here, they're going to come experience downtown Mountain Home.
Yep. It's time for a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV.
Make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the Mountain Home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. The mayor of Mountain Home, Hillrey Adams, is with me this morning. Mayor, what kind of streets and sewer projects we got going on right now?
Well, we're trying to wrap up the job over on Redbud. They're behind Harps. That's the, to my knowledge, probably the only open street we've got right now that is in full-blown rebuild. On the sewer side, we got into some stuff downtown on 8th Street, down there behind what used to be Barb's Cafe, and some of the businesses between 8th and 9th there on Baker Street, there in that block by Hamilton Shoe.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of properties down there have changed hands and are being remodeled and renovated into newer things, and so that created some sewer issues and things, and we've kind of gotten into a project that has turned into a whole lot down there, upgrading some sewer lines and water lines in those areas and some of those alleys there. We just wrapped up, and we're putting the finishing touches and the bows on that wastewater treatment plant improvement project. The UV disinfection system is now up and running. We've eliminated chlorine. About all we like on that project is the punch list items and then some landscape and paving. We've needed it to quit raining and dry out a little bit to do that. But when we finally put the bow on that, and that could be just any day now, we will basically have a brand new sewer plant that's been completely remodeled. The electrical components, we've added a digester, we've rebuilt all the clarifiers, and then with this UV disinfection, that's huge for this city, in that we don't have to handle chlorine anymore, and we don't run that risk, and don't have the expense of the chlorine either anymore. So that's a good project to be wrapping up there, and then that pretty well takes care of those two sides right there for the time being. We've got some other sewer stuff that we're working on to get ready, and then some routine maintenance on some water issues around.
Now that they've done away with the light there at 8th Street in Maine, what's going to happen to the west side of 8th Street? It would be the west side of 8th Street.
The west side of 8th Street there between Main and Hickory, the city's already abandoned that block, and we've officially closed that street there. And the way that works when you close a street like that and you go through all the formalities we've already done, that property there reverts back to the adjoining landowners. So those landowners on both sides of that now own that out.
They'll basically meet in the middle?
They'll meet in the middle. I don't think you'll see any one of them or either one of them do anything with that property. But years down the road in the future, if they ever wanted to do something like that, they could.
But it will open them up. They can use it for parking for their business or whatever they want to.
Parking, they could do whatever they want to right there with it right now. So,
which would be good, because that'll keep you from trying to back out onto the highway.
Yeah, and we had a phone call this week. I think it was Monday. A couple of us did, and we do this occasionally with RDOT, and they update us on some projects. And one of the things that was still discussed is, we took that light out there at 8th. Our real bottleneck in that whole stretch there is 6th Street.
Left-hand turns onto West Road.
Left-hand turns on West Road, people going to the hospital and going to Hackler. Well, we requested a left turn there, and RDOT either we didn't do a good enough job explaining our request, or they just didn't understand and didn't have a clue. They even came up and looked at what we wanted to do. All we want is a protected left turn. We don't need another lane. We don't have enough room because of the buildings and the plaza and everything there to create a new lane. That's not what we want. We want to stop southbound traffic, and it could be done in a timing mechanism on the light. Change the timing mechanism and give us a protected left turn that's 15 seconds or something like that, 20. That'll let some cars make that left and head out West Road where they're going to the hospital or on out to the school or something like that, and then let that traffic roll south. So we went over that again with them this week, and they've already done the studies and the counts for us after we got them corrected after they denied it the first time. We said, no, you didn't listen to what we wanted you to do. So they came in, they did a new traffic study. They've got that completed, and when we met with them Monday, they promised us that would be put at the top of the list for things they need to get answered for us. They've got a few other little things they're looking at, and most of it is some traffic control issues, and that involve areas around schools, and we'll just kind of leave it at that right now until they officially decide what they're going to do.
The expansion of the road that comes off by the New Harps building coming out to Fuller, was that a city project, or is that private?
That was private developer. Will Gregory and them own that property out there. They own the property, that West End development, and that was at his expense to build that road through there, and built it to city specs, put in the drainage. And once he did that and got everything approved, he has now dedicated it back to the city. That's the way it happens all around
everywhere.
Town.
Right.
So Will paid for that to build that in there, had it built itself, and then he dedicates it back to us. We'll maintain it. And what that's done now, that's opened him up from FNBC Bank, I believe it is, on the right there. It's opened that up all the way down to Fuller, so he can further develop that property right there. And I think he may have some things,
some stuff in the works for that.
I think he may have one or two pieces already under contract or in discussion with some folks about things there.
The fence being taken off along the bypass by the walking trails, was that state or is that city?
We reached out to them and we asked about getting an agreement with them to mow, and RDOT doesn't mow and keep things up like I like to see them. When the weeds on the shoulder of the road get taller than your headlights, they're too tall. I don't care where you're at. And so we fussed at RDOT for a while about maintaining that a little bit, and did get anywhere with them. So we finally reached out to them and said, okay, here's what we'll be willing to do. We want to take from the west end there by the traffic light by Bank and Staff Bank down to 201 at the college. And we put together a partnership between the city and the college to maintain that stretch there. But
both sides of the road.
Both sides of the road and the median. And the school is doing part of that. We're doing part, and we're keeping it knocked down. It's not manicured like you do a yard when you're out taking care of yards, but it looks better than it did. So we did that and got the agreement with them, and part of that was that we would take that old fence down, that old woven wire right-of-way fence, and put back they have to have, because that bypass 412 was done with federal money and it was a federal project. You have to have a delineation barrier there. So it doesn't matter what it is. So we opted on the south side to put up just a cable barrier down through there. We can mow under that cable barrier with our mower. And then we're going to do one on the ASU side, but due to some other things we've had going on. That's a project. We've got the poles, we've got the material, and we're going to work with ASU to put a fence back on, or at least a cable on that side as well. And then on the other end, we did the same type project, only without the fence removal, and that had to do with the property owners on that end. But we actually took over the maintenance from Charlie Blackburn down to the east end of the bypass. Bob, those are the gateways to the city. When you come in from the east or the west, you're going to come through one of those two intersections. And it was pretty embarrassing the way RDOT was keeping that up. That's not very high on their list of things to do. We got those two areas, and we maintain that end. The city does out there on the east end. Property owners out there aren't involved in it any at all. If they'd like to, we'd sure welcome that, but they're not the folks that really have a lot of interest in that. But it sure does make the city look better.
Absolutely.
Ends right there when you
keep that up.
Yeah.
It's time for another break. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
Sleep Mart is introducing a new way to shop for a great night's sleep. Your Comfort Mattresses comes in 5 unique comfort levels, from firm to soft, with cooling options to match your perfect sleep temperature. And no matter your price range, we'll help you find the perfect fit. Get deep, restorative sleep exclusively at Sleep Mart.
Our community, relationships matter. A handshake still means something, and neighbors look out for one another. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're more than a bank. We're your biggest supporters, because every dream, every first step, and every big moment deserves someone who's right there with you. Farmers and Merchants Bank, rooted in Arkansas, growing communities. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Discover comfort and style at Sleep Mart. From reclining sofas and love seats to manual and power recliners, sleep and lift chairs, we've got it all. Choose from a variety of styles, colors, and fabrics. All made with pride in the USA. Come to Sleep Mart today, where comfort meets savings. Your senior health care.
Welcome back to the Morning Show on XL7-TV. It's the first Wednesday of the month. That means Hillrey Adams, the mayor of City Mountain Homes, here with me. Mayor, we've kind of bounced all over this morning, but I think it's good information for the public to have. Let's talk about the new community center.
Bob, that new, and it is the Mountain Home Community Center. That's what it's called. That's the name of it. And the reason it's that is it is a true community center. It's got everything that you can imagine in it. From workout rooms, exercise rooms, basketball courts, pickleball courts, walking track, cardio rooms, conference rooms, large meeting rooms. It's got the natatorium with the indoor competition pool, the therapy pool, and then the outdoor water area there with the slides and the dive pool. So You know, it's definitely not an aquatic center. It's definitely not a water park. The best way to describe it is a true community center. And since we opened that thing on the 23rd, I believe that wasn't that the opening day, that May 23rd? We reported last night between the 23rd, we had the ribbon cutting on the 22nd. We officially opened it for members only on the 23rd. So we didn't count people that were there on the 22nd for the ribbon cutting that went ahead and utilized the facility that afternoon, but between the 23rd and the 31st. And all of our memberships went live on June 1. We set it up that way knowing that, well, if we get a little bit early, you just get a few extra days on your membership. But for billing and all the tracking purposes, it's easier to say June 1's when everything's affected. So those first 8 days, we had north of 18,000 visitors at that center. That runs north of 2,200 a day. On Memorial Day, that Monday, we had well over 3,000 people out there, but it never felt crowded. And I can tell you this, yes, we would have liked to have opened it in March or April. We weren't able to do that. But with the Gregory Company and Will and his team and all the city people, the streets and the parks and stuff that were working in those final stretches to make it happen, we got it ready to use. Now, were we 100% done? No. We've still got landscaping to do. We've still got some outside concrete work, but we were able to get the building to the point we could operate it. And that was important to make that happen. And I told the staff out there this week, after seeing what they went through that Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and every day since then, Bob, has been busy. If you go out there, the outdoor pool stuff opens at noon. If you go out there, say, somewhere around 11:45, 11:30, 11:45 to 12, all up through the afternoon, it just gets busier and busier and busier. I think one day this week we said we're probably now between corporate and individual and all the different type categories of memberships we've got. We have now broken the 3,000 barrier. And a lot of those people didn't have them until we opened. They've been coming out, taking a look, touring the facility. I want to do this. In those first 8 days, the 23rd through the 31st, we had, like I said, north of 18,000 visitors. Of that number, 1,600 of those were what we call day users. And that's either you paying the $10 to get in, or maybe $5 for your kid, or $8, or one of those day use fees that we've got. Over 1,600 people. In 8 days, that's 200 a day that were just there on the day use. So it has been a very busy place. I told the staff, part of them out there this week, that we basically opened it up, threw them, baptized them by fire, and if they survive this, they'll survive anything, because we'll never have a period that we're going to be as busy as we are from Memorial Day to the start of school. Once school starts back, it's definitely going to start slowing down some, but we've managed to get it open in time that everybody can enjoy it. And Bob, here's something we were talking about yesterday, and we'll know a little bit more today because we've got the people looking at the info for us. The lead lifeguard out there on the pool, I asked him Sunday, before Memorial Day, I'm out there walking around, and I ran into him on the pool deck, and I said, you got any idea where these people are from? I see some folks from Mountain Home out there, but I see a lot who aren't. And he said, you would not believe the number of people I've spoken to today on this deck on Sunday afternoon from Harrison, Arkansas. But we're pulling people out there, Bob, every single day. We've had people from Ava, Missouri. We've had people from Mountain View, Melbourne, an hour away. They're coming here to utilize that outdoor water facility. maybe not as much all the indoor stuff, but they're hearing about what's outside, the slide and all the pool and the lazy river, and they're coming here to use that every single day. It has been so far an unbelievable, I thought we were busy the last 2 months trying to get it open. We've been just as busy since. We've got a lot of events coming up. I believe June 20th, we'll have our first event in a gymnasium, a Ducks Unlimited banquet's got it. I rented that night. The Chamber's having a meeting out there on the 16th of June, State of the Healthcare breakfast, I believe. So there's some things rolling in there. And then Baxter Health is hosting the health fair out there. I believe it's the last of September this year. So we're already seeing bookings. We're seeing meetings scheduled in the conference or meeting rooms. We've got a swim meet, I think, coming somewhere around the 20th to 25th of June, our first swim meet out there. Just a whole lot of things happening and still a lot of work going on at the same time.
Well, I'm sure that the outdoor swimming facilities and the slide and all that stuff will be shut down for wintertime. Is there the ability to swim in the winter?
Oh, during the winter, we've got that indoor building with the competition pool, the kiddie wading pool, and the therapy pool in it. And, the staff we've got out there now, here within the next few days, you'll be seeing on our website and the Parks and Recreation website as well, information released about our schedule. We put out a schedule, and I believe we do that the way they're going to do it is every 2 weeks. And if you're a member, you'll get an email, or you can look at our website and see, here's what those events are. The indoor pool, there'll be certain hours of the day it's reserved for the swim team to practice. There'll be certain hours of the day it's for aerobics, certain hours of the day it's for open lap swim and things like that. In the therapy pool, there'll be just open use period of each day, but there'll be certain periods of each day where there's instruction in that heated water. Same is true in the exercise room inside, in the aerobics room we call it. So, the indoor stuff in the winter time, you can use it all year. We've got birthday parties already scheduled in December for the pool. You never could do that in Mountain Home, Arkansas.
No.
Until now. And it has, the numbers of people we're seeing now have far exceeded what we thought we would see the first 8 days. It's only going to get bigger and draw more and more people here. And, there was something that's been very interesting to me, and I've spent countless hours in that place, is since we've opened, and then to hear the staff talk about it, the people want to come see it. They're not sure, if they want to invest in a membership. They see it, and when we've got a little tour route, it's just kind of like going on a cave and a tour, tour at Blanchard Springs Caverns. You get a certain way, we walk through there and we show it to people.
Mm-hmm.
The number of people that say, holy mackerel, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You can do so many things in here. Bob, we know from doing those tours prior to opening we were doing, and then from what we've seen since we opened, there's people that'll come out there every day, and all they want to do is hit that walking track. They'll never go to that pool building. They'll never go in a weight room. They're coming in to walk. There's also people that come every day to get in the therapy pool that don't even know we got a gymnasium over there with pickleball courts on it, volleyball. But, everybody's got their own special niche or what they need out of that facility. We don't see a whole lot of people that are going and using every piece of it right now.
It's an amazing complex, and it's going to be fun to watch it grow.
It's an amazing complex, and I tell people all the time I'm very, very thankful for the support we got back in 2021 to do it. And for all the people that's worked on it and been involved with it, it's a great thing for this community.
Mayor, thanks for being here. It's time for us to go. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV.